why should they hire you at the end of the day? I kind of made that decision once I left Apple. And from then on, I knew that some of my work in Qatar for the World Cup, album covers, things that are more related to took my creatine. So today I got home like around 3. Let me go ahead and put this thing on. The night before, I ended up going to sleep around like 4:30. I wasn't hoping to be up that late, but I was shooting some stuff and I was editing, and that all took a minute. And then while I was recording, I realized that the camera had shut off and I didn't notice. I guess the memory card like filled up or something like that. I got back home, I took a nap. Yeah, I woke up, headed to my shoot. It was at 10 a.m. Cool stuff there for a client. We were doing some monthly social media content, specifically Instagram. For them, I create reels that are meant to perform well on Instagram specifically. It's 10:40. The idea is I'm gonna go to sleep early today, or relatively early, because I want to start waking up earlier, going to the gym, and then continuing my day that way, because I haven't been liking how the late nights have been going, and I feel like editing throughout the night when you have to shoot all day isn't the best. That way I don't have to be fighting sleep as I'm working, because that's never a fun feeling. Tomorrow I'll probably take the Christmas tree down. I want to have like a fresh canvas. I just changed up the setup of the computer and everything and put it more like in the middle. That way I could bring it up just kind of like this and work this way. Just bring this up and have them both on top of each other. During the day I won't get much work done because I'll be kind of in meetings throughout the day, and that takes a lot of time. Before people wake up, all the editing is out the way and I can just focus on those meetings, on building those client relationships and things like that. Alright, so things that we got planned out for the first week. We're going to be launching one of my clients' Facebook and Instagram pages. They're completely new to social media, so we're kind of starting it from like the ground up. We have another shoot that we have planned out and scheduled. This one is for a restaurant and it's more for brand building. This year they really want to focus on social media and getting that going consistently. We enjoyed a cool 1st of January with Joe. He was shooting for a couple. I did a little BTS for him just because he's been focusing on growing his personal brand as well. On Monday, we're going to be shooting the course that I've been working on and developing. So I'll probably spend most of the weekend working on that. I know that there's a lot of you out there that want to grow your personal brand or just overall want to learn how to create content. The course is going to cover exactly that. It's going to handle like a roadmap of how 2025 can finally be the year where you go full into content creation and how Instagram can help with that. Whether you're like a tattoo artist, small business, restaurant, any kind of business, this would help establish yourself and letting everybody else know what you do. Because at the end of the day, if you're starting a business, you want to bring in clients, and obviously the point of a business is to make money. So all of this helps with that. During this past year, I was able to learn a lot about how Instagram and content creation works. Again, I've been doing it for probably about 5 years now at this point, professionally. And before that, I always liked creating content. Within these past years, it's been my job to help people establish themselves online, creating a following of people that are showing up constantly to support your work or your business. Overall, this is going to be kind of like a mini course. I'm not going to get too crazy with it. I want to keep it very simple so it's able to be more broad and help out a wider amount of people. After that, once I kind of get a little bit of feedback, hearing what people liked and what people didn't like, we can go ahead and develop it a little bit more. But I think for the time being, having something that's more simple is a lot easier to manage and also creates a smaller barrier to entry. The price point is going to be fairly low. I know that a lot of you are very motivated right now, and I want you to take that motivation and put it towards growing your brand on social media, specifically Instagram, because that's the one where I have the most expertise in. Obviously, if you have TikTok as well, I would recommend doing that. I would say focus on one and get good at one first, whichever one caters more towards your audience or the clientele that you want to bring into your business. But yeah, I think we might call it a day. It's already 11. I need to go to sleep now. That way I can wake up early. If not, it's just another cycle that keeps on getting backtracked. But same as last year, this year I'm gonna just be locked in. Honestly, I don't really care how long it takes. I want my full attention to be focused around this, just because at the end of the day, I don't see myself working for anybody else. I kind of made that decision once I left Apple. And from then on, I knew that anything that was going to be giving me income, it would be an entity that I create. Yeah, for me, running my own business is fulfilling. And I think the constant challenge every day of not knowing what's going to happen kind of creates a sense of urgency and keeps me on my toes, and I really like that feeling. Because I think in high school I was always the type of person to procrastinate on any project, and I think part of that came from knowing that I wasn't the one that wanted to do the project from the beginning. I was always kind of the person that liked doing whatever I wanted to do, and even if that meant procrastinating till like 2 a.m. on a project, I would do that. And I think ever since I started doing things on my own, I've been getting a lot better at not procrastinating, especially when there's money involved. Overall, from working at Apple, I learned a lot of like the steps of service, of working with people and developing relationships. So most of that I think I'm going to be putting into my own company as well. Something that I need to get done this week is create an LLC under the business name, which I believe I had mentioned in the past video, Motion Studios. Right now we're in the development of that. Yeah, this is all going to be basically under that same umbrella. With that entity, we create more social media based content, do account management as well, and work with businesses that we think are really cool. I don't think I've had an official like production reel. Usually Instagram would just be my portfolio, but that's a thing that I really need to develop, because the first thing that people ask is like, oh, can I see your work? And if you don't have anything to show, then why should they hire you at the end of the day? So right now I'm running mine through It's Nova. I have a profile set up on there. It took forever to get accepted into that. And on there I have like my job title, drone operator, photographer, videographer. I should probably take photographer out of there because while I can take photos, it's probably not my strong suit. But on here we have like some projects with Mustard, Post Malone coverage of one of his concerts, a few spec ads, Skims and Cotton On, some of my work in Qatar for the World Cup, album covers, things that are more related to music. One that I really liked was this one with Spencer Rathkamp. Also this one that we worked on last year. Some shots with Jaren Barboza, pro BMX rider. But yeah, all of this needs to live somewhere like on an official website. So that's what I'm going to be developing. I'm not much of a designer, and realize it's been taking time, but I have a meeting with somebody that's going to be helping me out Monday, and we're going to be having a meeting talking about where the company is going. So I need to have all of that ready by then so that we can talk business. Rate my lighting setup. I don't know if that's going to be able to hang on. It's kind of like barely hanging on to the end. I don't know if you could tell, but it's kind of slanting. But I think overall it looks not too bad. So I gotta wake up early now and go to the gym because I can't slack in that area, or else what am I doing? What am I really doing? Yo, that's me. It's 5 a.m. I'm not feeling too tired right now. I think it'll probably hit me later in the day. Today we're gonna go hit legs. Yeah, there's nothing much else to it right now. Took my creatine. I've been taking this. Last year I was taking it for a little bit. I actually didn't start taking it until I hit 315 officially. That way I could say that I hit 315 completely natural. Turn that off. Let's go hit leg. We got a full day ahead of us of work and editing. No shooting today, just editing. Probably take some meetings. We'll see. Let's get to it. Just finished eating, washing the dishes. Right now I'm kind of getting ready to settle in for the day. Right now I'm going to take the time to organize some stuff for a shoot that I have coming up. This year was kind of weird how January 1st was on a Wednesday. It's kind of like in the middle of the week and people are still kind of on party mode, but I think the 6th would be a good time to roll out the content for two clients that I have. One, they're just getting started with social media content altogether, so that's going to be exciting. With one of my other clients, we've already done work together, but they're going to be rolling out more consistent content. So we're going to get a strategy organized for them. Also, I need to start preparing for the course that is going to be shot on the 6th. That's the one with Rafi and Joe. So we need to get a lot of things organized before we go and do that. Right now, I just finished editing something, about to post it. I'm just waiting for this page to load. This is to add topics. I don't know if these necessarily help so much, but I always try to add them. It just gives it more of a chance of your post hitting the algorithm. I'm gonna do that. Then I need to make food. I've never thought of like how much time it takes to like make meals, at least like because I'm just getting started. I'm like starting out, but cooking takes like forever. I've just been making like steak. I feel like that's the easiest thing. Steak and eggs and pasta. That's my rotation right now. Don't ask me to cook rice because every time I try, it does not work. My calendar starts on a Monday. Yeah, when I look at this too, it doesn't line up with the calendar on my phone. Also, I don't know if you guys have tried doing this, but it always takes forever. I don't know if it's like on my Wi-Fi in particular, because sometimes I've been out and about and it just works. Yeah, whenever I want to do it at home, it doesn't work. Still getting used to the buttons on the FX30. Yeah, my Sony a7S III, the mic jack up here, stopped working on it, so I've been using this. Got it as a B camera. I was still debating whether if I was going to keep it, but I think I might be keeping it just because I do need a B cam and I like the size of it. I feel like it helps it keep a low profile. It's like this. The DJI mic on top. What I do like about it is that it has these tally lights on here and on the top too. I don't know if you could see the red button. So I'm gonna get back to that. But if you haven't already, please consider subscribing because it helps me create more videos. It gives me motivation to make more videos. And overall, it just helps the channel. On a side note though, what do you guys think about these sweats? I'm not a fashion person, nor do I consider myself to be, but these are probably some of the comfiest sweats that I've ever had. I've never been a sweats guy, but it gets really cold in here and having them on throughout the day is really comfy. Got that half and half waves because we got that motion. You feel me?